We're back for our MLB Best Bets here on the channel for July 22nd. Yesterday, a positive day on the channel. 3-2, told you we were going to get back on the right track, and should have been a 4-1 day, okay? If Carlos Correa just hit that baseball a little bit better at the final out of that Dodgers-Twins game yesterday, we would have had a 4-1 day, but it's fine. Again, a positive day. It is what it is. We move now to this Tuesday slate of Major League Baseball action. Before we get into the video, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel. Today's a big day in the MLB because Dick Mountain is back. Yes, Rich Hill is pitching today for the Kansas City Royals. Don't have a best bet, but I just thought I'd mention the 44-year-old, is he? The 46-year-old? 45-year-old? Rich Hill is still pitching in the MLB. Absolutely insane. Okay, before we get into the video, folks, again, make sure that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to go check out Greedo Plays MMA this week. Our Robert Whitaker and Rainier de Ritter full card predictions for UFC Abu Dhabi are linked in the description down below. Go make sure to check out that video over there on Greedo Plays MMA and go subscribe while you're at it as well. Okay, on to the first of our 5 best bets today. We're going to kick things off with our best player prop of the day. I'm going with Bryce Harper over 1.5 total bases. Harper is heating up. And he's heating up in a big way right now, okay? Post All-Star break, Bryce Harper, he has hit this line in three out of his last 4 games, or the 3 out of 4 games he's played post All-Star break. The only game where he did not reach this mark was against the Los Angeles Angels on Sunday. Harper is back in a big way, right? Went yard twice on Friday, went yard on Saturday against the Angels yesterday, I believe had 2 doubles. Yes, 2 doubles against the Boston Red Sox. This is what happens when Bryce Harper is somewhat healthy. Again, I don't even personally think Bryce Harper is playing at 100%. All of the, quotes I've seen from Bryce doesn't quite indicate that he is playing at 100%, but that's fine. Again, Harper at 75% is better than most of the hitters in baseball. Bryce has now got the average up to 270. Sure, home run numbers are down. It's only at 13 because he hasn't played most of the year. But Bryce is 1 home run away from 350, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he's 1 home run away from 350 home runs. I think he actually is going to get that done today, right? It's only a matter of time before Harper gets it done. It feels right today, okay? Richard Fitz is pitching for the Red Sox today. He's a righty with a 4.28 ERA. Fitz is not going to go deep into games. He's going to go max 5 innings. And again, it's a righty-lefty matchup for Bryce. The game's on TBS. Harper gets to hit 350 in front of a national television crowd. It just feels right that this is going to be a home run at number 350 today for Harper. And sure, again, there's a chance that Harper doesn't go yard, but that still means we have a decent chance. Again, yesterday, 2 doubles. That's 4 total bases right there for Harper. Of course, 2 singles could do it, or just 1 double as well would hit the mark tonight for Bryce. The Phillies yesterday went off of that walk-off catcher's interference play. Okay. I mean, they had bases loaded anyway with no outs in the bottom of the 10th inning. I keep saying it about Philly, man. I keep saying it. I think if they can get healthy and they can get to a point in the playoffs, and maybe if they can just add 1 more really good arm, I still think they're the favorites to get out the National League. To win the entire thing, I actually think it's wide open as well, and I know this is about Bryce Harper, but trust me, this works in with Bryce. You look at how the Phillies are right now. Again, they are an older squad where their window's about to end. Bryce Harper, though, is he's not the window because Bryce is going to be here for the long haul still. He's only 33, 32. Bryce is only 32 still, damn. Harper's obviously going to play winning baseball for this team for a very long time, one would assume. But if Harper shows up in the playoffs like he always does, Schwarber, Trey Turner, if they can just add a couple more bats, maybe 1 more bat and a really good arm, this is a tough team in the playoffs. And I think right now is part of Harper heating up. And again, the playoffs don't start for another 2.5 months. I completely understand that. But second half of the season, Bryce Harper is a much better version of Bryce Harper. Philly is still in first place in the National League East. Again, they're going back and forth right now with the New York Mets. I just see when I look at the National League, Dodgers, that team's going nowhere in the playoffs. They're too injured. Tanner Scott went down yesterday as well. That team's going absolutely nowhere. For as much as we like the Brewers right now, and I am going to talk about the Brewers later in today's video, they're going nowhere in the postseason, guys. They don't have a single hitter with over an 800 OPS. Right now it's fun, but when they get in the playoffs, they're not going anywhere. I'm telling you, the team to beat is still the Philadelphia Phillies, in my opinion. Padres, that team's just not complete enough to win the entire thing. Mets, maybe, but I just don't see it. And then Cubs, we'll see. Anyways, I believe Bryce Harper goes over the mark today. Again, it just makes sense that this is home run 350. It doesn't need to be, right? He can get 2 bases, obviously, without hitting a homer. But I'm not impressed by Richard Fitz. This is a guy, again, with a 4.28 ERA all season long. He gives up runs in every single start that he has, and I do think Bryce Harper is going to be able to take advantage. Harper destroys I don't want to call Fitz bad. He destroys mediocre pitching, as we saw yesterday with Walker Buehler obviously going for the Boston Red Sox. So I will, again, rely on one of the best hitters in baseball, Bryce Harper. Batting 271 this season. The odds today for Harper over 1.5 is -115. I'm going with Bryce to get, I think, hit the 350th home run, but again, we can get it done multiple ways. Give me Bryce Harper over 1.5 total bases. We move on now to our second best bet of the video. I'm going Washington Nationals money line. Okay. I know. The Nationals, I picked Reds first 5 yesterday. I was wrong, okay? I didn't think Brady Singer was that bad, all right? Actually, I need to stop. The Nationals are just that good. Okay, I know the Nats, I don't know the last time this team's won back-to-back baseball games. I think it's got to be that Detroit series, so late June, early July was the last time they've won back-to-back games. I understand that is very difficult for them to do, but if there was ever a spot where they're going to do it, it's right now. I actually really like the Nationals at plus money today, and no, this is not an overreaction and an emotional pick from yesterday's game. It's not at all. I'm just looking at the matchup. Guys, I like Brad Lord. I don't think Vegas takes into account how good of a pitcher Brad Lord is. I think, again, if you don't watch the Nationals every single day like I do, you do not know that Brad Lord is really a starting pitcher, okay? He was a starting pitcher throughout the minors, when he was pitching in Harrisburg, when he was pitching in Rochester, and he came up as a starting pitcher as well, pitched in college at USF as a starting pitcher too. He's been out the bullpen for the last 2.5 months because Trevor Williams was obviously in the rotation, Mitchell Parker. They moved Lord back to the bullpen, and he's been lights out in the bullpen. ERA is 3.46. He hasn't been as great recently, had a little bit of struggles so far in the month of July, but you move him back to a starting role where that's where this guy, this is where he exceeds expectations. Succeeds is what I was looking for. This is where this guy's good, Made a couple starts early in the year, struggled a little bit early, but has really found his footing for the most part in the bullpen, and now he's getting another shot as a starting pitcher. I absolutely love Brad Lord in this spot. And I look at Cincinnati, again, they scored 8 runs yesterday. Good on them, right? They scored 8 runs yesterday off of the Nats. Nats scored 10, though. Ultimately, right, they get the victory. Kyle Finnegan tries to choke it away because he's trying to kill his trade value, which I applaud. We don't want to see you go, Kyle. But this Reds lineup, I'm still not sold. They've got guys, right? They got a bunch of scrappy dudes in the lineup. I think Brad Lord's able to manage his way out of this. And look at the Nats right now. Hottest hitter in baseball, Josh Bell. It's a fact. I keep telling you about it. Josh Bell, I'm going to appreciate it while it lasts, because Josh Bell's not going to be around much longer because he's going to get traded to a contender. He's going to be batting in the middle of the lineup for a playoff contender and championship contender very soon. So I'm going to cherish the Josh Bell days while it lasts for the second tenure here. James Wood has found the swing again. James Wood goes 2 for 5 yesterday, 2 doubles, a great night out of the future and the face of baseball, future face of baseball, James Wood. And pitching for the Reds today, it's going to be Chase Burns. Okay, I really don't care. I think Burns is going to be a great pitcher. ERA 6.19. I know that is heavily, skewed because of his 1-out performance as yes hitter that he pitched back on June 30th against the Boston Red Sox, where he gave up 7 runs in a third of an inning. I understand that. The Nats right now, if they could just put together back-to-back games, which they haven't been able to do in a while, but I think they are today, okay? Use that momentum you got yesterday. You get another righty on the bump. Same lineup. I'm going same lineup. I'm getting Ahmed Rosario out of there, and I'm putting Luis Garcia in because I don't know why actually Ahmed Rosario was in the lineup yesterday, but it's fine. He had an RBI double. He was ass the rest of his at-bats. Okay? I'm putting Luis Garcia in the lineup. I'm getting a good night out of Josh Bell. I'm getting James Wood, obviously. I like the Nats in this spot. Kyle Finnegan probably won't pitch. No, he didn't pitch Sunday. Kyle Finnegan can't pitch today. Yeah, again, you take away Lord from the bullpen, obviously hurts him there, but I love Brad Lord as a starting pitcher. I think, again, given the opportunity, he's going to be great. Do I think, again, his future is in the bullpen? 100%. But I'm going with Nats money line today, plus 115. And another reason, by the way, I haven't mentioned his name yet, why I'm going Nats money line. Brady House is an absolute monster. Okay, this guy, just pure MLB comp-wise, he's going to be the next Nolan Arenado. I firmly believe that. Again, I can say, next Anthony Rendon. Sure, just because he's a Nat. The guy legitimately reminds me of Arenado. Brady House so far this season, OBP's 300. He's batting .280. He's hit 2 home runs, obviously, in that Milwaukee series before the All-Star break, but this guy is a premium glove at the hot corner. Nothing gets by this guy. He is a complete vacuum at the hot corner, and his bat continues to evolve. Yesterday, 3 more hits for Brady House after he did not come through in the first inning. He singles in the 3rd, sac fly in the 4th, single in the 6th, double in the 7th. Brady House is turning into a really good ball player. We talk about the young core and the guys we know for sure are going to be around: Wood, Cruz, and yes, Brady House is now part of that. I was always a little bit concerned just because, I don't know about our developmental system. The Nats and the minors have never been the greatest. Well, Brady House, who was picked out of high school, has completely turned out for this baseball team. This guy will be a perennial all-star for the rest of his career going forward. I'm so serious. The only thing that is holding Brady House a little bit back is the power. But I do believe he's going to find that. This is a guy who hit 15 plus home runs in the half season that he played in AAA Rochester this season. And again, his glove is one of the best in baseball. We were always concerned about, the strikeout rate out of Brady House. He's whiffing on too many pitches. That's not the case anymore. Brady House has actually turned into a really good 2-strike hitter. He's turned into a really good contact hitter at the major league level. I think he was a little bit overwhelmed at first. When he first came up in his first week, he had to go on the road to Los Angeles and to Anaheim and San Diego. He has completely settled in. Brady House, what a baseball player. He's going to be batting in the 5-6 spot for the rest of his career, maybe even higher. I don't know. This guy, though, is going to be an all-star and a perennial all-star at that for many, many years to come. Great player. Anyways, I'm going Nats money line today, plus 115. Nats back-to-back wins. Ooh, haven't gotten that in a while. I do believe in Brad Lord. I believe in Brady House. Let's go Nats. To our third best bet of the video, we move now to our first money line of the day. Well, technically second, but that was the Nats bet. Anyways, I'm going with the Blue Jays to beat the Yankees. Guys, the Yankees cannot beat the Blue Jays in Toronto. And I don't think the pitching matchup today favors New York at all. So I don't know if the line's shifted at all. When I first made this graphic, it was Blue Jays minus 125. ESPN's showing me right now Blue Jays minus 130. This is playable up to minus 135 for me. The Blue Jays have now won 3 consecutive games with Max Scherzer pitching. They won against the Yankees 5-4 back on June 30th. July 5th, they beat the Angels 4-3 with Scherzer on the bump. And in Sacramento, they beat the A's 7-6. It was not that close until the end. Obviously, the A's made it competitive. Scherzer pitched really well in that game. I know what I'm going to get out of Max Scherzer at this point in his career. Okay? We're going to get 6 good innings, 5 to 6 good innings. He's going to give up 2 runs. Okay, well, Cam Schiltler is pitching today for the New York Yankees. What? Come on now. In his first start on July 9th against the Seattle Mariners, he went 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, gave up 2 home runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. Yankees win the game against Seattle 9-6. Okay, I don't care. Because again, Toronto right now has some serious ownage on the Yankees. The Blue Jays swept the Giants coming out of the All-Star break, right? They sweep them in Toronto, and yesterday they win 4-1 off of the Yankees. The only Yankees run was a solo shot by Giancarlo Stanton. Guys, the Blue Jays are 5-0 this year against the New York Yankees. Nothing is changing today. The Blue Jays score off of Carlos Rodon yesterday. It took till the 5th inning to get the scoring started, right? Because Giancarlo hit the home run in the 4th to put the Yankees up 1-0. But then it all starts to unravel for the Yankees and Rodon. It was a huge RBI double, 2 RBI double for Bo Bichette that got it going for the Blue Jays. Ultimately, Toronto scoring in the 5th inning was all that it took. It was a 4-1 victory for the Jays. Nothing else happened after that moment in the 5th inning. But again, my point being, if the Blue Jays are going to be able to win in a Carlos Rodon, Kevin Gausman matchup, don't get me wrong, Gausman's been great for the many years he's been here in Toronto, but if they can win that matchup, they're winning a Max Scherzer versus Cam Schiltler matchup as well, okay? Again, Schiltler on the road against a red-hot Blue Jays team. This team's just so difficult to beat. We took them on Sunday. We had them on Friday. Yeah, I'm riding with the Blue Jays a little bit because, guys, I believe this right now might be the best team in the American League, okay? It might be the Detroit Tigers. Very well could be. It's either Detroit or Toronto. And I know, again, the Tigers are going to bounce back. They've lost like 6 out their last 7 games. They won on Sunday Night Baseball, obviously, yesterday, but we did have Pirates money line. Shout out to Paul Skeens, best pitcher in baseball. The Tigers will turn it around. So it's either for me, Detroit or Toronto is the best right now in the American League. I can go either way. I really can. I think if I had to pick in a 7-game series, I'd probably go Detroit, but Toronto's just right there with them, man. I mean, this is a team where at the beginning of the season, we were talking, okay, this is a crossroads year for them. If they're not able to extend Vladdy, what happens? Do they blow it up at the deadline? What's Bo Bichette's future? We still don't know. But my goodness, this team's playing good baseball right now. It's to the point where the Blue Jays need to be massive buyers at the deadline. I think with bullpen arms. Their lineup is pretty damn good, though, man. It's a good lineup. Clement, Springer, Guerrero, Bichette, Kirk. It's dominant, man. It's really tough to beat, and I think they're going to have a field day hitting off of Cam Schiltler. Again, Toronto, 36-16 this year in Canada. Yankees, 25-26 on the road. Series total so far, 5-0 in favor of the Toronto Blue Jays. Sure, all 5 games have been played so far in Toronto. Doesn't matter. They swept the Canada Day series earlier in the year, and they're going to sweep the Yankees yet again. I am fully bought in right now to the Toronto Blue Jays. I don't think the Yankees are all that. Again, we know what we're going to get out of Aaron Judge. Right now, the rest of the lineup is struggling. Okay, Paul Goldschmidt's, fake 320 average was, again, fake, right? It was like when Matt Carpenter came to New York and he was randomly hitting, 300 or 280. Like, that wasn't real, okay? The only reliable bats right now in the Yankees lineup is Judge, and I guess Jazz has turned it around a little bit. I mean, again, we knew Judge wasn't going to bat 390. He's batting 350 now, which is no simple feat, obviously. But, I mean, the lineup's not that good right now. It's not. They don't get much production anywhere at the bottom of the lineup. I mean, again, Volpe's obviously always the target of hate. Peraza at the bottom of the lineup. Austin Wells. Dominguez, obviously, is always going through his ups and downs. I'm over the Blue Jays here, man. Toronto, 18 games over 500. They're going to 19 games over 500 tonight with a victory over the New York Yankees. Blue Jays money line -125. I believe it is playable up to -135. Again, the biggest reason is look at the pitching matchup. Obviously, the bats stay the same from yesterday. Do you trust Max Scherzer more, even though he's 40 or 39, 40, or do you trust Cam Schiltler more? I'm going with one of the greatest pitchers of all time, Mad Max Scherzer. So I know, again, these first 3 bets actually have all been somewhat Nationals-centered. Obviously, Harper, Nationals, and then Max Scherzer. Let's turn this one into a Washington Nationals best bet. Actually, I don't even know how I would be able to do that. He's Rangers. There is no Nats tie in here. No, there's literally not. I mean, I could. Okay, I'll stop. Patrick Corbin's gonna be in the dugout. Anyways, okay. Rangers Ace. I'm going the NRFI here. I get it. -140 isn't the best. I completely get that. I always say it. The max I'll ever take is -145. I am willing to play this here. Okay. JT Ginn and Jacob deGrom. What is obviously the much harder one? JT Ginn versus the Texas Rangers. But in a spot like this, I really like the NRFI, right? And I say this all the time. But you get a good pitcher against a pretty good top of the lineup. That's Jacob deGrom versus the A's top of the lineup. And then JT Ginn, who is a below, average pitcher, taking on a below average top of the lineup for Texas. Okay? The one guy I'm most scared of is Corey Seager, and it's not even close. Not even close. Right? I know Tarek Skubal's not pitching tonight, and it feels like, again, Seager has Skubal figured out, as we saw in Sunday Night Baseball. Corey Seager's batting 700 career-wise against Skubal. It's crazy. The only player in the league to have Onich over one of the best pitchers in baseball. But anyways, the JT Ginn matchup scares me a little bit because Ginn's got a 4.91 ERA, and this is a guy who's primarily just been used, as a opener or, out the bullpen. He's getting the start tonight. That's a little scary. We just need one good inning at you, pal. We just need one good inning at you. I could combine Ginn and inning. Look at the Rangers lineup, man. Seager, Evan Carter in the leadoff spot probably. Seager, Semien, Adolis Garcia, who strikes out every time he takes an at bat. It's not a good lineup, okay? And the top of the lineup doesn't scare me either. And on the flip side, obviously one of the best pitchers in baseball, still at his age, at 37 years old, the all-star of the season, Jacob deGrom, will be completely fine. Okay, I know deGrom has struggled a little bit in his last couple starts. ERA in the month of July isn't great for deGrom, 3.71. Starts against the O's, Angels, and Astros. His last one on July 12th against Houston, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Not the best, I understand. But I do put a lot of trust into deGrom here, especially because, again, you look at the lineup he's going to have to deal with. The top 4 guys out of, I want to say Oakland, the top 4 guys out of the A's, dominant, right? Really good. The rest of the lineup sucks, obviously, and that's why they're 18 games under 500, and also it's because of their pitching. Guys like JT Ginn are getting starts. But Butler, Wilson, Kurtz, and Rooker are really good. All right, Law Dog has struggled a little bit. Jacob Wilson, obviously all-star game starter at shortstop. He's batting .320. Nick Kurtz is one of the best rookies in baseball and one of the best first basemen just now, right now in general in baseball. He's batting .280. The power numbers are there. Hit a home run yesterday in the A's 2-7 loss. And then Brent Rooker, obviously another all-star this season for the Athletics, batting .275. Those are the guys obviously you're going to have to deal with early. But what I love doing with NRFIs is good pitcher against a good lineup, bad pitcher versus a bad lineup. I think it all works out for us here. I honestly believe the tougher part of this play is dealing with the Rangers. I think it is. Just because it's JT Ginn, right? JT Ginn in his last 3 outings has given up a run in all 3, and he's gone 1 inning, 1 2/3 innings, and 2 1/3 innings. That's a little bit concerning. I'm not going to lie. Like his last outing against the Guardians, 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run. Oh, yikes. Came in as in relief to JP Sears, comes right in, gives up a run. That does get a little scary. I believe, who was it? It was Nolan Jones brought in J-Ram. So J-Ram single, Nolan Jones brought him in. But in all fairness, there is no one on the Texas Rangers like Jose Ramirez. Okay, and shout out J-Ram yesterday for hitting a home run in the first inning off of Sugano to cash our bet. Corey Seager is a puzzle to figure out. I completely understand that. But if you can just get by Seager, you're going to be fine. And I trust in Jacob deGrom to get his way out of a jam. Like, even if Jacob Wilson gets on, right, I think, again, deGrom will be able to out-tool Nick Kurtz. So I think we're going to be fine. Give me the NRFI here at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. JT Ginn, Jacob deGrom, go out there and get me 6 outs, again, from Arlington. We move on to our final best bet of the video. It is our 5th best bet and our second, kind of third money line of the day. I'm rolling with the Brewers again. I know earlier in the video when we were talking about the Phillies and the National League playoff outlook, I did kind of say, okay, I don't really believe in Milwaukee. I don't think they're a serious threat. While that may be true, because I still do feel that way, I don't think the Brewers are a threat to win the National League this season. I don't even know if they're going to win the division, because I don't know how long this streak is going to go. All I'm saying is, I think it's going one more night. Yesterday, Brewers win. Brandon Woodruff versus, oh my goodness, George Kirby. Thank you. Great win for the Brewers. They don't have a hit until the 6th inning. They all of a sudden put together 5 runs, 4 runs, I believe, in the 6th, and then 1 in the 7th, I think. Brewers win the game 6-0. Great effort out of them, right? Woodruff does a really good job. Their bullpen does a great job. And that looked last night like the Seattle Mariners of old. Okay, good luck dealing with Jacob Mizorowski tonight. Like, what? The Brewers are dogs with Mizorowski on the bump? Sign me up. Sign me up. Absolutely love the spot. Absolutely love it. Oh, Logan Gilbert's pitching for the Mariners. That's fine. There's a reason Jacob Mizorowski was in the All-Star game even after only pitching 5 games this year. He's that good. He's had 1 bad start in his career. It was at Queens against the Mets. Other than that, the guy's been lights out. You take away that Mets start, his ERA is like 1.4. Actually, it's probably less. It's like, it might be sub 1. I think it's sub 1 if you take away the Mets start. He's that good. He's that good. That last start against the Dodgers, my goodness. July 8th in Milwaukee against one of the best lineups in baseball. I get the bottom of the lineup for them can get shaky at times. But Mizorowski goes 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 12 strikeouts. Again, yes, should he have not been an all-star? 100% no, that should have been Christopher Sanchez's spot. Or Kyle Finnegan. Right, pre-break Finnegan. He was something else. Anyways, there's a reason, though, they put him in that spot. Not just because, oh, they want to generate popularity. They want to get, Mizorowski going, right? He out-dueled Skeens earlier in the year in his 3rd ever career start. No, it's partially that, but at the same time, there's a reason he has that hype. He is just that good. He's 6'7", 197. That's a crazy build, but Mizorowski just is that good. And look at all the troubles the Mariners had hitting Brandon Woodruff yesterday. And it was weird because, okay, the Mariners' strategy yesterday to approach Woodruff was, we're just swinging early in every single count. We don't care. We're swinging. The first inning for Woodruff, I think, was a 4-pitch inning because the Mariners were so aggressive in that game. Woodruff only goes 6 innings in that game. He went 6 innings, 62 pitches. And if Woodruff had been pitching the entire season and not just came back, 3 weeks ago, Woodruff easily could have gone a CG in that one and probably got the shutout as well because Ashby and Anderson came in and just cleaned it up as before the game ended, obviously. But right, yesterday for Woodruff, 6 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs, 5 Ks, 62 pitches. He threw strikes, the Mariners went after them, and Seattle did nothing with those. Cal Raleigh's cold right now. He hasn't hit a home run like in a week and a half. I'm just, look at the rest of the lineup. Arozarena is home run or bust every single at-bat. Julio's going through another stretch now. I'm just saying, I think this is a great spot for Milwaukee. You saw all the troubles the Mariners had yesterday at home against Brandon Woodruff. Now you give them an even better pitcher who throws 100 miles an hour. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm taking the Brewers here with Mizorowski. Logan Gilbert, that's fine. I think Gilbert's going to do all right. But man, the Brewers are scrappy. They just swept the Dodgers. They swept the Dodgers and they beat the Mariners today. Or yesterday. They're a scrappy bunch. Not a single player on this team has an OPS higher than 800. It's okay. They find ways to win. Bryce Churang, Contreras, Christian Yelich, Jackson Churio, King Vaughn, Andrew Vaughn, playing first base for the Brewers. Joey Ortiz plays a spectacular glove at shortstop for the Brewers as well. I've been so impressed watching Joey Ortiz for the last couple of weeks when I've really just been, really paying a lot of attention to the Brewers throughout this win streak. Joey Ortiz, I know, again, not the best bat, even though he hit that huge home run a month ago against the Mets. I'm really impressed by the glove Ortiz plays. The Brewers, again, they're just a scrappy bunch, man. There's not one star. I guess if you had to point to a star, it's either Churio or Yelich. I guess Mizorowski now. But they are the National League version of the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa loses all their guys, they're still competitive. Same thing with the Brewers, right? You had Josh Hader, you had Devin Williams, and now here comes, Miguel to be your closer as well. They just find guys, and Milwaukee is do your job. They're such a tough team to beat. They're on an 11-game winning streak now. I don't think it's ending tonight because, again, you get Mizorowski on the bump. I think Mizorowski's really going to shut down this Mariners lineup where it's just a lineup that struggles to find production. It just is, right? Are they going to get shut out today like they did yesterday? Probably not. I'll be honest. I don't think they're going to get shut out in back-to-back days. And I'm not going full negative on Seattle, right? I took Seattle quite a bit last weekend because I love the matchup against the Astros. I'm not down on them. I still think right now, I think they probably do win the division. They're I don't know. They're 5 games out, but Houston's so hurt. I'd be surprised if they didn't win the division, honestly. I'm not down Seattle at all. I'm just super high right now on the Brewers. I'm buying in. I'm surprised they're dogs. I don't really expect any regression tonight out of Jacob Mizorowski, right? He's coming off the Dodgers start in the 1 inning he pitched in the All-Star game. It was a pretty clean inning, gave up 1 hit, but he was fine. I firmly believe in the Milwaukee Brewers tonight. I think the scrappy bunch of guys can just get it done at the plate. Shout out Andrew Vaughn, who's, I guess just, turned around his career some way, somehow. I'm taking the Brewers to win on the road here at T-Mobile Park. I'm going up plus 105 for Milwaukee today. I would go also. I was thinking about it today. I considered it. I didn't go with it, but I am probably myself playing as well. Astros money line in Arizona tomorrow. I get it, the Diamondbacks bats, and Eugenio Suarez is having a crazy stretch right now. The pitching matchup is Framber Valdez and Eduardo Rodriguez. I get it, Rodriguez has been a lot better recently, but I'm still going to side with Valdez. And even though, yes, the Astros are hurt, I do think they're able to find a way to win tonight in Arizona. So that's just a bonus play. That's not part of the video, but Arizona lost 6-3 yesterday. I expect the Astros to win yet again. Okay, that does it, folks, for our 5 best bets here for July 22nd. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.